Being a street king and keeping 100% real has always been the bane for Mr. Real and his career twin Slimcase. Shaku Shaku slowly faded away and got modified into Zanku. Then came two new Lamba Kings, Zlatan Ibile and Naira Marley, who dethroned the legbegbe crooner and Sesame Ganja screamer. Welcome people, this is time out to Tega on Gbedustreet TV, your favorite lifestyle entertainment channel. So your favorite on-screen girl, Tega. Time Out to Tega is a program where we exchange the lives of various celebrities, their epic wins, fails, triumphs, and more. Then just support them with your individual life, keeping you entertained, educated, and thrilled. Today, we tell a cautionary tale about the demerits of complacency and not being creative, and also not responding to change. Also, how Zlatan became the most sought after artist for collaboration, how Naira Marley became the new lord of the Lamba, and them introducing a new dance move, capitalizing on the buzz and becoming the street favorite. Also, as Slimcase and Mr. Real were busy admiring their perceived finesse, they unknowingly lost out to those two younger cats. And now they are trying to play catch up, while also trying to meet up with the financial burden of being a celebrity. Quick reminder guys, if you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, comment, click on notification bell to get notified when hot content like this drop. In 2017, Nigerian indigenous rap superstar Olamide, popularly known as Bado, introduced a new dance step, Shaku Shaku, during his annual Olamide Live in Concert show. This time, he took the show from the normal and popular Eko Hotel Convention Center to the mainland at the Teslim Balogun Stadium, in the bid to give the dance step a breath of fresh air and some street credibility as word took over the airwaves. The dance steps could be likened to those of a drunken person taking steps that are devoid of sobriety, or better still, trying to mimic a person who has smoked a generous amount of weed, acting uncontrollably. So the dance step was actually done by crossing out the arm, then bringing it out, crossing it back, and just like that. Anyways, we are not delivering Shaku Shaku dance steps tutorial. If you want more of it, YouTube is your friend. The dance step originated from the slums and ghetto of Agege area in Lagos State. Bado jumped on the momentum the steps were gathering at the time after the release of his monster hit Wo, to make it so popular, gaining mainstream acceptability at the same time. Then stars like Wizkid, Davido, Tiwa Savage, DJ Copy, and Reminisce kept it in the mainstream of the Nigerian music scene. However, in 2018, the band gave the two Lamba Kings the boost their career needed when, in collaboration with the Coco Master, the trio drops the monster banger Is a Banger, featuring the band himself, Mr. Real and Slimcase. Mr. Real, born Okafor Uchenna Victor, followed the success of this single and released the much talked about hit Legbegbe, that tells the story of Shaku Shaku's iPhone ordeal at the computer village when the latter stole iPhones in the bid to please his woman. The song featured DMW Rejects, Ido West, and Obadiah. With the success of Legbegbe, Real went on to drop other major hits like Overload featuring Mr. Easy and Slimcase, Allow Me featuring Solid Star. Now, the darling of collaborations, Real got featured in songs like Balu by CDQ and Ido West, Normal Level by DJ Nana featuring him and Zoro, CC by DJ Neptune in collaboration with him, Small Doctor and Pasuma, Masum by J1 featuring him, Ido West and Ichaba, Up and Down by Zoro Swag Bag featuring him, and Kunta Kunte by DJ Lambo featuring him. In the 2018 Eddies, he got a nomination in the category for Best Street Up Artist, which he lost to Small Doctor for his work in the single Penalty. Then got a win at the Nigerian Entertainment Award for the hottest single of the year for Legbegbe. Now, trying to sustain his ascendancy in the Lamba game after being certified a street king, Mr. Real went ahead to drop a remix for his hit track Legbegbe 2, a move that put him at odds with the same street that once applauded him. Slowly, he began to descend into the doldrums of irrelevance and all of a sudden became a pop culture reject. While Real was declining, Slimcase born Oluwafemi Oladepo Okeko on 22nd August 1985. Still held sway. The dude was quite significant in the rise of the Shaku Shaku wave and kept it real while screaming Sesame Ganja, then dancing away with the stars like Reminisce, Two-Face, Tiwa Savage, Olamide and more. He followed every single with a hit. It was a roller coaster of hits after hits. So many collaborations that we cannot list in this video. Then the issue of who is the street king arose, with a section of the media affirming that the duo of Mr. Real and Slimcase have softly dethroned Olamide. I mean, Slimcase clearly boasted that the Shaku Shaku wave became so real when he lent his weight on the movement. Olamide, on the other hand, might have felt somehow threatened by the musical onslaught of Real and Slimcase that decided helping the careers of two younger Lamba warlords. Naira Marley, born Aziz Fashola on 10th May 1994, and Zlatan Ibile, born Omoni Temidayo Raphael on 19th December 1994. In 2017, Zlatan Ibile jumped on the scene when he first worked on an Olamide-assisted single, My Body. After this collaboration and after meeting with Davido, Zlatan reinvented the reel. When asked how the Zanku dance came to be, he confirmed that he got the inspiration from the streets. Then he made some modifications, introduced it to the Nigerian mainstream circles, and luckily Nigerians embraced it. He also brought in more uniqueness to the game with the phrase Kapach Mari Mari Chupaku. And when he was asked the meaning in that interview, he said it is a spiritual language and can mean whatever he wants it to mean. So today I am saying Kapach Mari Mari Chupaku means beautiful girl. In 2017, Zlatan became a household name when he worked with Chinkoeku and Likesh in the hit track Able God. This track featured the new Zanku dance steps heavily, a dance performed rhythmically with your body edged forward in a vibratory manner and finished with the stomping of your feet, mimicking an angry and agitated person. With Able God serving as a prelude to the acceptance of Zanku, Zlatan followed suit with Jogo featuring Likesh and Naira Marley. While Zlatan was still stamping his personality and authority on the mainstream, Naira Marley was gaining momentum. In 2018, as the world was getting ready for the Summer World Cup in Russia, Marley dropped Is a Goal, the unofficial anthem of the Super Eagles for the World Cup. The song gained widespread acceptance. It featured Olamide and his former protege, Lil Kesh. While Naira Marley was still grappling with getting the big break he hoped for, he dropped the remix for It's a Go, and this time he decided to go for one of the old guards and Shaku Shaku pioneers, Slimcase. The track had other hit makers like Foul the Bad Guy, Simi, and still featured Olamide and Likesh, who were part of the original one. Remember, before these two bangers, Naira Marley applied himself generously as one of the Afropop proponents while still in the United Kingdom. His debut EP, Gotta Dance, was released in 2015, but that was after he dropped his chart-topping single, Marijuana, a song that caught the attention of many Londoners, subtly propelling Marley into the Afropop consciousness scene in the UK. But he wanted more, and he also understood that for him to gain the popularity and notoriety he wanted, then it would be wise to come back home. Growing up in Peckham, London, after leaving his birthplace Agege, Lagos at 11, the journey to stardom was not an easy one for Naira Marley. He prepped himself for the task, acquiring formal education at Peckham Academy, where he got a distinction from studying business, after which he proceeded to Crossways College and got a business law certificate. It was a classic experience of home sweet home for Naira Marley when he made the bold step of coming back home to Nigeria, as well as the streets he left a decade ago. The vigor that followed his first two tracks, It's a Go and It's a Go remix, translated into other hits as well as an EP. Naira Marley, who got his name from the country's legal tender, the Naira, as well as his idol, Bob Marley, told the world that he's indeed back to stay for a very long time. Now let's crave your indulgence further by going back to the Zanku King, Zlatan, who opines that the word Zanku is an acronym for Zlatan, I beg no kill us. While the stage was getting set for the eventual emergence and collaboration of these two Afropop culture figures, Zlatan, like Naira Marley, took time to get himself ready for the crown. Born and raised in Ilori, Zlatan decided to pursue a career in music after leaving secondary school. However, he graduated with a national diploma in business administration from Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. He got off on the right footing when he won the Airtel-sponsored One Mic Campus Tour music competition, which was held in Abeokuta, Ogun State. He gradually began to ease himself deeper into music circles after the release of his single My Body, where he featured Olamide in 2017. The die was cast and it became crystal clear that Mr. Real and Slimcase were getting quite rusty with their styles. Shaku Shaku was becoming boring. Everyone could see it was a bubble about to burst, and Olamide also started vibing to the new Zanku sound. And being someone revered on the streets, it didn't take time for the streets to respond to the call of their king. Slimcase, the self-styled Otumba of the streets, and Mr. Real needed to up their game or get kicked in the butt by these two younger and hungrier upstarts. But the ascent was rather gradual and a bit slow. Naira Marley and Zlatan decided to take things up a bit or even too much by stirring the waters, employing controversy, and again clout chasing to gain the mainstream reputation and wide acceptance they craved for. This happened when Naira Marley, who has never hidden his rebellious nature during an Instagram live stream, made a statement eulogizing the activities of internet fraudsters. Hear him. If you know about slavery, you go know say Yahoo no be crime. He continues, all the money you are spending, all the money you guys are spending, it's the government that is making it go round. You better sit down and pray for Yahoo guys. If the government stop Yahoo, the money will just go from Obasanjo to Tinubu to Mr. Jakpa. You think I need Yahoo? I don't need Yahoo. I make money from music. I'm just telling, you who has ears, let them hear. I'm only revealing things to you through this talk. All the money that is being circulated from the woman that sells pepper to the woman that sells palm oil and to the runs girls, and it spends on you for you to get a cab and buy stuff. Where do you think that money is coming from? Now we got the ear of some celebs like Simi and Rugged Man, who later alleged that he was attacked in London by thugs sympathetic to the plight of the duo of Naira Marley and Zlatan, which the two denied. However, he got the support of Davido, who responded with nobody only pass, with Olamide dropping a smiling emoji. Naira Marley got the full support of his friend and fellow Zanku exponent Zlatan Ibile, who backed him up 100% to what the performer posited. Other celebrities like Tunde Ednut got quite incensed and condemned Marley for his outburst. The topic was quite heated and Naira Marley truly showed he got some hawk instincts, capitalized on this cloud to drop a track in support of his assertion. To further accentuate the effectiveness of this anthem, he carried along his partner in crime and supporter Zlatan Ibile as the two dropped the song Am I a Yahoo Boy? In clear dissonance to the powers and structures that be, and also to ruffle more feathers, gain more fans, and just get their freaks on. More condemnation and rebuke followed the duo after the release of the duet, supporting the activities of internet fraudsters. More so at a time Nigeria is grappling with the negative effect of being tagged the global headquarters for 419 related offenses. Surprisingly, the song caught the attention of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, and on 10th May 2019, the EFCC arrested Naira Marley and his friends Zlatan, Taimu Kayode, Adewumi Moses, and Abubakar Musa. The arrest happened a day after he released the video for the controversial single Am I a Yahoo Boy? This again attracted sympathy for the accused and condemnation for the EFCC, who many Nigerians believe were playing mischievous and clearly overzealous with the arrest of the artists who were just expressing their creativity via their music. 5 days later, the EFCC released Zlatan and 3 others while keeping Naira Marley in their custody, a move that changed the whole tempo and began the rise of the Malian movement. With the image of an oppressed, Naira Marley began his ascent to the highest echelon of music royalty, and Zlatan was not left out of this new wave and turn of events. He wore the image and bore the toga of a figure fighting the oppressors. Slowly, albeit momentarily, Marley was granted the status of an icon. He gained a cult-like following, and in no time he was seen as the voice of the voiceless, especially by the younger and hapless generation of young people growing up in a society where material things are better regarded than morals and uprightness. He lived in the moment, and once Naira Marley was let off the EFCC hook, he dropped his sophomore 6-track EP, Lord of the Lamba, alongside Young John and Mayor Kun, and production credits went to Killer Tunes, Rexy, and Studio Magic. It had hits like Soapy, Puta, Mafor, Teshimole, Tingasa. Wait, let's wait a moment before we continue. I don't understand, like, why is all the songs I'm saying, why are they ringing in my head? Like, when I say Tingasa, the next thing I'm hearing is everything Tingasa. Please. I'm presenting. Back to the video. As Naira Marley excelled in every regard musically, Zlatan made this newfound status worth the while. He used the time to collaborate with almost all the big-name artists in the game, like Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Davido, Perry, DJ Exclusive, and many more. He dropped hits like 4 Days in Ekotiebo, Killing Them with Burna Boy, Shoton with Tiwa Savage, Bolanle, Beku, Yeah Boyfriend, and many others. As the influence of the duo continued to grow, those of Mr. Real and Slimcase kept on diminishing. It was official. Those two are the kings of the Lamba. But Mr. Real, still feeling funky, decided to drop a parallel release to counteract the effect of the Malian wave on the entire genre, a project entitled General of All Lamba. Sadly, the album was a big miss, and the legbegbe general not only lost the battle but all his artillery to the lords of the Lamba, Naira Marley and Zlatan Ibile. In 2020, Slimcase tried to gain back some of the momentum, and he dragged Zlatan to collaborate with him in the single Pongila, and the former had the Shaku Shaku as murdered on the track. Oops. It is official, Shaku Shaku is dead. And why wouldn't he be? I mean, many thought that the combined weight of Ido West, who got signed to DMW, and Obadiah's to those of Real and Slimcase, would keep the Shaku Shaku movement afloat. Unfortunately, Ido West lost the interest the OBO had in him that got him signed to the label, as well as inducted as a member of the 30 Billion Gang, while Obadiah lost the dice and could not roll the sixes that would change the flow of the game. To further solidify the strength of these two, Zlatan and Naira Marley, Zlatan, on a post he made on the 26th of September, while posing in the red with white striped sportswear, announced that Coca-Cola got him signed as their brand ambassador. The street slang Gbedustreet got his Coke version with the Zanku crooner stylishly posted the endorsement with a Oya Gbedustreet at Coca-Cola. This was another feather on the cap for Zlatan, even with the old news of Mr. Real signing a distribution deal with Sony Africa in 2018. It was clear that the new kids on the block have indeed dethroned the Shaku Shaku exponents. While Naira Marley kept his dissonant personality 100% real, endearing him and winning him over to the ordinary thug or societal dregs on the streets. Slimcase tanked his image further, displaying how shallow he was when he talked about the death of George Floyd in faraway USA, ignoring the daily killings going on in his own backyard. When he was attacked by a fan for his indifference, he simply responded that the matter of the slain 12-year-old girl by law enforcement was merely local and should be left in the domain of local news agencies like Channel to talk about. He got the biggest clapback and he trended on Twitter for showing his foolishness and crass mentality in such an uncouth manner. Come to think of it, this is someone who came from the street and is supposed to empathize with the rest of the society from which he got his groove from, and now he's claiming all foreign and funky. Please. He later apologized, but his apology was taken with a pinch of salt. Mr. Real, on the other hand, is still trying to make a comeback to the game. Maybe legbegbe remix 3, just saying, might do the magic, we think. Now we need to remind the new kings of the Lambas, that's Zlatan and Naira Marley, that they need more than luck to succeed. They should put all their hard work, effort, and of course, they will be succeeding. Finally, all these are in public domain, but here I still need to state this here. Reinventing your style by not reinventing the wheel might actually put things within your reach. Mr. Real and Slimcase actually became way too comfortable at the top, forgetting that climbing to the apex is not the problem, but remaining there is the real deal. Shaku Shaku was always meant to fade away, but the likes of Slimcase, Ido West, Obadiah and Mr. Real forgot about this, became way too comfortable until the rug was pulled from under their feet, leaving them in the cold, bare and naked. The Zanku revolution could just be another bubble burst, but Zlatan and Naira Marley have actually showed some level of empathy towards their fans, who we could say were the bedrock of their fame. While Slimcase and Mr. Real, when they got to the top, alienated themselves from their said fans. Complacency should never be a thing, not just for the stars, but for everyone that wants to make something good out of themselves. Till I come your way next time. Bye!